Dale was undoubtedly a very easy character to love.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
He stood out as the moral compass for Rick. Was he too good for The Walking Dead? Probably, but let's talk about why. Dale, played by Jeffrey D. Munn, started the show right from the start in season 1. He was in the original cast in Atlanta, did not play a huge role in the first season except the relationship he started to build with Andrea. Dale always showed to be a real compassionate guy who cared for other people. He was there for Andrea when her sister Amy died, and at the CDC when Crazy Jenner tried to blow everybody, including himself, into pieces. And when Andrea wanted to stay, Dale was the only one to stay back, saying, if you don't go, I don't go.
I'm not pulling anything. If you're staying, I stay too. He's right. We know what's waiting for us out there. I don't want to face it alone.
And of course, Andrea, not wanting Dale's blood on her hands, gets out of there before the place goes. In season 2, Dale's relationship with Glenn becomes stronger, becoming sort of a father figure / grandfather figure to Glenn. And Andrea was just bitching, bro.
Andrea, don't!
Back off, Dale.
Anyway, when Shane slowly started to get out of control, Dale was the first and only one to catch on as early as the first season when Shane pointed his shotgun at Rick. And before I go any further, those Shane and fucking Dale memes are the funniest shits ever, bro. Season 2 was literally filled with straight memes.
You got something to say, Dale? Go ahead, man. Mr. Moral Authority, huh? Yeah. Voice of reason. What do you do? What do you do to keep this camp safe? Oh, what do you do? You fix up an RV? You babysit some guns? You point one on my chest, right? But you just, you couldn't pull that trigger, could you? If I was just in danger, what did you do to stop me, huh? I smashed that bone open. I said, call, that's me. That ain't you. That ain't Rick. That's me. Tell you what, Dale. Next time I need a radiator hose, I'll give you a call, man.
Dale did not like how close Andrea and Shane were getting because he knew who Shane really was. After he confronted Shane, from that point forward, they've had tension and never saw eye to eye due to the fact Shane was looking to do whatever he had to do to survive and Dale was looking to do what was right. When Dale found out through Glenn that there were walkers in the barn, Dale immediately went to Herschel to discuss alternatives in a respectful way. When Shane found out about the walkers in the barn, well, he did not take that lightly.
If you want to live, if you want to survive, you gotta fight for it. I'm talking about fight right here, right now. Take a step. Don't do this, brother. Don't do it. Back, please.
That just goes to show two different people in the apocalypse. Dale being respectful of Herschel's home, while Shane just doing whatever he needed to do or felt like he needed to do to survive. At this point, Dale was really the angel on the group's shoulder, and he goes on to prove that when Randall comes along. Randall was just some dude Rick, Glenn, and Herschel came across after two of Randall's group tried to attack Rick. Randall was left behind after the whole shootout occurred. With Rick still being Mr. Officer Friendly at this point in time, he makes the decision to save Randall and take him back to the farm blindfolded. Rick was planning to release him, then realizing Randall knew who Maggie was from school, Shane and Rick get into a big fight over more than just Rick not wanting to kill Randall.
Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. There are no rules, man. We're lost. I don't know, man. I know exactly where I am. You don't know shit anymore. You can do it. It's my call, man. I think you can keep them safe.
They end up going back with Randall, with the group scared of an attack, Shane all riled up, and Rick making the decision that killing Randall is the safest play. With everyone pretty much on board, not caring, the only one who cared about Randall and cared about what this would do to the group was, of course, Dale. Rick definitely looked like he didn't want to do it from the start, but deep down, Rick knew Shane was right and this was the safest option. But the impact Dale has had on Rick and how much Rick respects Dale, he gave Dale a chance to talk to the group to change their minds. Ultimately failing, they all have a meeting where Dale gives his famous speech talking about what this is going to do to them and how it's going to lead them down a path where nothing matters and the world they knew is gone, but the people who they were, that's a choice.
If we do this, we're saying there's no hope. Rule of law is dead. There is no civilization.
Oh my God. What about the body doing better?
Oh, hold on. You're talking about this like it's already decided. This is a young man's life. And it is worth more than a 5-minute conversation.
Dale ultimately being alone and wanting to save Randall until Andrea jumped in last minute. The decision was made to kill Randall, giving that he was outvoted. They take Randall to the barn. Rick goes to kill him, then isn't able to because Carl shows up out of nowhere. Like, seriously, where the hell is your mother? Rick decides to hold him for now as Andrea goes to give the news to Dale that they're sparing Randall. They hear the screams, and Dale was ripped open by a walker and dies. Dale was a character that was hard to dislike, but his way of thinking was not gonna last long in The Walking Dead. He even said so himself.
I may not have what it takes to last for long, but that's okay.
Just be glad he didn't meet season 4 or season 5 Rick. Dale was probably one of my favorite characters in the early seasons. Would have been cool to see him in the prison arc, and that almost happened, but the actor was having trouble with a certain showrunner being fired, so Herschel took his place in the show as the new moral compass to the group. When he died, that's when the group had no moral compass, which brought all of this out of Rick. But nah, Dale was definitely a phenomenal character. A type of character you don't see too often in the later seasons. Characters like Dale and Herschel later on really don't exist anymore, even in the new spin-offs or later on into the season. All those characters just died out. But you guys let me know. You think he could have lasted longer, or is this just all Carl's fault for getting that walker out of the mud? Who knows?